Hi, I'm Tommy Reilly, and I'm a singer-songwriter. I find these days, like I'm always on like the train or the tour bus, or just going around the country trying to get from place to place. And I find I got to do I do a lot more of the songwriting when I've got it's like good time to just sit and work on stuff and think. And I seem to do a lot of my stuff these days because I'm always going somewhere on a train or something. You know, I'm writing a lot when I'm on the move, and this seems to be it seems to be a good place to work. I was leaving London, and I was sort of some stuff had gone on in London. I was just sort of like I was seeing it go away, and it was sort of a bit of a metaphor for what was going on at the time. And so I started to sort of write about where I was at and what was happening at the time. And it's sort of as I could see it sort of going away, I remember that like sort of leaving it behind, and it was cool because it sort of summed up a bunch of stuff that had happened to me, and I sort of got a bit of a tune out of it. I quite like to listen to stuff that sort of reminds me of home and stuff I love, or stuff that reminds me of stuff when I'm moving about. So I guess my favourite bands from Glasgow are sort of my mainstay of what's on my iPod when I'm moving about, or stuff that I've done at home, you know, that sort of takes me back a wee bit. So I'm like one of my favourite bands at the moment are a band called Frightened Rabbit, and they've got a song called The Modern Leper. It's the first track on their album The Midnight Organ Fight, and it's sort of it's got to be most played on my iPod when I'm moving about, and closely followed by a band on the same label, a band called We Were Promised Jetpacks, are on just before me tonight, later on today, and I listen to them a lot when I'm on the road, and they seem to be the two most played. If you go to recently or most played on the iPod, that's those two. So yeah, you should check both of them out. If I could go on a train ride with anyone, it would probably be the Saturdays, because they're amazing. These days, like, so you gotta look after the place, you know. It's like we only get one sort of world, and any reason you can get to sort of help it and look after it and try and stop what's going on, please take it. And yeah, it's always more fun as well if you get in a bus with all your mates and you're just sort of partying, and sort of it's more fun. Yeah, everyone's chatting. No one has to be the driver. So well, someone sometimes, but yeah, it's good fun just hanging out with your mates, you know. So it's a good thing to do, you know, especially coming up to places like T in the Park. Get the bus up, you know, log on to globalcool.org.